in Lexington. Is that where I am? Yeah, back in Lexington, Kentucky. Yesterday I was down in Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to talk about what that looked like. We're also going to go back in time, like way back in time. I'm going to share a story with you of a young lady that when she was a kid, she had a really crazy experience where she got shot in the throat. But her getting shot in the throat made a massive impact in my life, which is crazy, right? So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. We're also going to bring in Denzel Washington. He's going to join us a little bit today, and ultimately we're going to dive into where the real answers exist that you need and desire in order to reach those levels that you know you can reach. So all that and more on today's episode of GM3X. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you're ready to rise and grind. Welcome to GM3X. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to eight, and the founder of the 800% Elite Club. I hope you're ready for motivation, education, inspiration, celebrity interviews, and thought-provoking conversations, because it's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning. How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Friday. Oh my goodness. Today is Friday. Can you believe it? Today is Friday, November 4th, 2022. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be. First and last time it will ever be Friday, November 4th, 2022. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Listen to you. I need you to listen to you. It is a great morning, Liza. I agree. Listen, I am coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where yesterday I drove back, right? Last night I drove back from Nashville, Tennessee. So I spent the day in Nashville, Tennessee yesterday at the Grow Your Business for God's Sake event. Grow Your Business for God's Sake Part 3 event. And it was super cool. Nashville is just an amazing place. And I got to meet, like, in person, some people that I've known for a long time, years now, but I've never had a chance to meet in person. So I got to meet Marcus Black, which was super cool. I got to meet Mike Zeller, which was super cool. Christina Howard I'd met before, but I got to see her as well. Ashley Faye, got to see her. I got to see some old friends from Flagstaff, Arizona, people that I've known for a really long time, including my friend Kristen, who I've known since middle school, and Sarah Cullum, used to be Sarah Ferguson, who I've known since I was a baby. So I got to see her, which was awesome. Of course, I got to see, Tamara Andrus, because she's incredible, and my boy Brian Hess was there, another amazing dude. Megan DiMartino was in the building. Got to see her, which was super cool. Gloria was there from another one of my Flagstaff peeps. Got to see her. So it was super cool, right? Got to see them and many other people. And it was really awesome, right? Like, it was awesome to experience. It was awesome to be in the room with all these amazing people. And it was awesome to kind of think, like, back in time a little bit, and to think that in the beginning, Grow Your Business for God's Sake was just a thought that had been that I had outlined into a book, and now it's evolved into 3 different events serving thousands of people from all over the world, right? Like, I don't know if you find that fascinating. I find it fascinating. In the beginning, it was a thought. That's it. Then the thought became the word, right? Wrote it out as a book. And then the word became action, And those actions led to these amazing events with amazing people making an impact all around the world. And see, yesterday I was really tuned into the simplicity of that, because we do a great job of complicating this thing called life, right? We do a really good job. We do an amazing job of complicating our businesses, complicating our relationships, complicating our how we feel about ourselves, and we just, the world is a complicated place most of the time, right? And so I'm just fascinated when I see simple. I like simple. I don't know about you. I like simple. I like little patterns. I like little formulas. That's why I do the LEAD thing, right? LEADD. That's why in automotive I have my 8531, right? Like, I'm all about these simple, easy patterns. And so to look at yesterday was amazing, because it's like, in the beginning, it was a thought. The thought became the word. The word became action. Boom. Thought, word, action. And so as I was sitting there and I was prepping to go on stage, I felt this like incredible level of gratitude, right? I was sitting in the back of the room watching the other speakers, and I just felt extreme gratitude, because since the beginning, as far back as I can remember, in the beginning, I have always been fascinated by stages. Like, always. There's something about the stage. I like being on the stage. I like, being seen on the stage. Like, I've always, as far back as I can remember, I've always loved the stage. Not necessarily like the big screen, not like TV, not like movie, but the actual like stage. I love a stage, and I always have. I don't know why, but it was instilled in me from the very beginning. And so I was sitting back in gratitude yesterday, because from the beginning, I've always been fascinated by stages. And now for a living, I build stages. I get to build stages and use them to shine a light under the hood for people. We get to shine a light and help diagnose what's going on the inside and help people solve it. Like, that's literally what our stages do, right? Our stages help you lift up the hood, right? And together we go in there, we try to figure out what's leaking, or what valve popped, or what's cracked, or what solenoid needs to be changed out, or what parts we need to replace, right? That's what we do. That's what the stages do. That's what these events do. They help us go inside, internal, right? The stage is on the outside. It helps you and I go inside to take a look under the hood to see what needs a tune-up. And now I get to do that. Like, I build these stages. Like, for example, we had the very first Hustle and Grind Con. That was one of my first live events, which was an amazing event. How I connected with some deeper connections with like Scott Simons and Liza, Carter Myers Automotive Group, and many other people. We had the Rise and Grind Summer event. The Rise and Grind Summer event was where we shut down the city of Paris. We completely shut down the city of Paris downtown, and we built a stage on the steps of City Hall. Looking back, I'm like, I'm crazy, bro. That was my first Rise and Grind event. We shut down the city. They had to redirect traffic, and we built a stinking stage in the middle of the town. Like, crazy, man. Looking back, I'm like, what the heck was I thinking, right? And then we had the second Hustle and Grind Con, which was also an amazing, over-the-top, incredible experience for the automotive industry, unlike anything anybody had ever seen before. And then we started creating stages for 800% Club, and our 800% Club stages look different than any other stage that we've ever built, because a lot of times our stage is like on the water, like on a lake, on an ocean, on a river, in a mountain, driving Lamborghinis. Like, it's a different type of stage, but it's still a stage, right? Then we had the Grow Your Business for God's Sake, the very first Grow Your Business for God's Sake event, which we had that down in Nashville, Tennessee. Then we had Grow Your Business for God's Sake Part 2, and now there's Grow Your Business for God's Sake Part 3, which is happening right now in Nashville. Like, altogether, that's like 8 big events, right? 8 big events that we've put together, and that's in the last 4 years. That's in the last 4 years. And that doesn't count the dozens, and I mean dozens, 10, 20, 30, 40 dozens of stages that I've spoken on that I didn't build. Those are just the ones that I built, right? Then there's the stage, and when I say I mean my team, just so we're clear. That doesn't include the stages that I've spoken on. And so I was thinking about that this morning. I was looking at it yesterday and then thinking about it again this morning, and it's like, that's crazy, man. Like, in the beginning, I was fascinated with stages. Now I build and speak on them. We need to dive into that a little bit today, because I think the world is a little bit chaotic right now, and I think sometimes you and I might get a little mixed up when really there's a really simple formula. There's some really simple patterns. There's some really simple things that are going on inside you and I that if we take a look at, we might go, oh, wait a minute. I've been building stages my whole life. Crazy. All right, we're going to dive in, but you know what we got to do on this show. Before we do, you know what we got to do. You guys got to look this kid up, man. This is Connor Price. That beat just hits. I can't help it. Yeah, that's my boy Connor Price. You gotta check him out. But this is the part of the show where we're gonna do some dancing. All right? Is that loud enough? Gosh, I can't even talk. I get distracted because the beat is so good. You can't hear it good enough, Dora Maria? All right, I'll turn it up. There we go. That's better, right? All right, check it out. Yeah, this is Connor Price. Yeah, I know it sounds a little muffled back there, but that's all right. Yeah, it's good, right, Shelly? It's good. I turned it up, Christina. I turned it up. Jeff. I know. No, there's a delay. I know it's muffled here. Fine.
It sounds clear.
100 grams.
Feeling so tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts, I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet. Talk about the things they're gonna say when they see me, and when they see me, they just dap me up and say good to meet me. I keep it going, flowing over this and make it look easy for me to say I do this every day of the week. And me to be the one they talk about when all said and done with it. I'm the feature that they want, but then they don't when I come with it. I'm a scene, still a seat, filler, blow up the numbers, and I ain't leaving no crumbs, so you know when I'm done with it. I'm a new school vibe with an old soul, oh so great. Stay paid by the boatload, don't go chasing a wave from a rowboat. Blow smoke right through the face of the ozone. Oh no, I got the bag, I'm back to just double it. I'm about to pop the top, I've been bubbling. They want the spot, but I do not cut them in. They tryna plot my drop, they been huddling. Feeling so tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts, I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet.
I know a lot of people praying for my downfall, but the only thing that I'll be down for is being top 5, but I down 4. I'm down to earth like the ground.
All right. I'm supposed to be talking to y'all. I'm supposed to be doing all of that, but that song just hits different for me every time. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's Connor Price. This is also the part of the show. Go ahead and hit that share button if you haven't done so already. I need you to share this out. Share it on Clubhouse, share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube. His name is Connor Price, man. The kid is dope. You can find him over on TikTok, Instagram. He's absolutely amazing. All right. So do some dancing. We just did that. Say good morning. Good morning, Gloria. Good morning, Randy. Good morning, Latasha. Good morning, Sean Weatherby. How you doing, Kimberly Hatfield? What's up, Rick Tamburino? Scott Simons, TM, Mary Lynn, Jeff Moffitt, Dora Maria, Christina. What's up, Tara? Great to see you. Kim Walsh Phillips, Yin is in here. I see Sankey and Limitless and Ella and Melvin and Arpit and John Paul Guidry. I see Peter and Nisa and Travis and Mac and Patty and William and Annette, right? Glad you're here. Vicky Everett, Carrie Lynn Carter, Angeline Moore. Okay, you guys are all rock stars. Thank you so much for being here. If you're on Clubhouse, click the link at the top. What's up, McGinna? Click the link at the top and jump on over to the full production over on Facebook or YouTube. Okay. Also, want to let you know, planners are coming out soon. The Morning 5 planners will be coming out for individuals on Black Friday. That's right, Black Friday. But if you need to buy in bulk or want to get your team on the same page, I highly suggest you buy a bunch of planners for them. That's the way to do it. What's up, Derek McLean? Get planners for your team. Get planners for your family. When I say team, it could be your family, right? Your spouse, your kids, so on and so forth. Get everybody on the same page. So if you want to get a group, you want to get a bunch of Morning 5 planners, 5 or more, text the word group to 859-208-2351. That's 859-208-2351. Text the word group if you want to get bulk planners, and we'll go ahead and get that in place. You can go ahead and order those. Now, again, individuals will come out Black Friday, all right? But if you're looking for a group for your organization, for family members, 5 or more, then you're going to want to text me the word group, and we'll go into it then. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, let's keep going.
Say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. It's how I live my life. That's why I am, one of the reasons why I am today. Say thank you in advance for what is already yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for every moment that led to this day. Thank you for the hard times. They made me appreciate the good times. Thank you for the lessons. They were needed for my development. Thank you for my eyes that get to witness the miracles of today and tomorrow. Thank you for everything I take for granted. Thank you for all of my blessings. Thank you for my drive. Thank you for my spirit. Thank you for my strength. Thank you for giving me the courage to fight through the hard times. Thank you for the people in my life, those I love and those I learn from. Thank you for it all. Thank you. Thank you. It's the key that opens the door to instant happiness, unlocks the door to everything we are really seeking in life, happiness and contentment. Think about it. No matter what you say you want, money, riches, health, to help others, why do you really want it? When you drill deep down, the only reason anyone wants anything is the feeling we believe we will get from having it. That all boils down to happiness and contentment. And the truth is, we can have it now if we are grateful. And if you get quiet, get away from the noise of the world, and think for a moment about what you could be grateful for, I'm sure you could find plenty. Be grateful there's food on the table, air in your lungs, life in your body. Get grateful that you have opportunity to take your life to a whole nother level, to decide right now that you are going to live your dreams and never settle until you do. Get grateful for the mental strength you've been given to survive the hard times. Get grateful for your limbs if you have them. Many are not so blessed. Your eyesight if you have it. Many are not so blessed. Your hearing if you have it. Many are not so blessed. The health you do have, many are in worse positions. Get grateful for that one person that has had an impact in your life, or many people if you are so blessed. Then get grateful you can choose to be that person for someone else. That one that makes a difference in someone else's life, no matter how small. Get grateful you get to experience this magical universe. Today, look for miracles. I guarantee if you are looking, you will see them. There are unlimited things to be grateful for. Open your eyes. Unlock your amazing life. It's ready for you right now.
It's ready for you right now. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the comments. What are you grateful for today? That grateful energy is super, super, super powerful, right? Drop those gratitudes down in the comments. I want to see them. So yesterday I shared at the Grow Your Business for God's Sake event, I shared how it came to be, right? And so, or not how, I'm sorry, I shared the journey that Grow Your Business for God's Sake, that event took me on, right? And so originally I sat down to do some work and I wrote these words, grow your business for God's sake. And I ended up turning those into a book outline, and fast forward, it became our first event. And as we were going into the first event, I was in a season of my life where I had just quit my job. I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to be doing. I was just following what I believed to be God's calling in my life, right? I was just listening and following faithfully. And I really thought the Grow Your Business for God's Sake event was going to be a huge financial win for me. And wake up call. That's not how events work, man. You don't just make money when you hold events. Events are very, they cost a lot. I see that. I agree. Tina says she's grateful for Grow Your Business for God's Sake. Rodney's grateful for making a difference. Colo is grateful for this show. Well, thank you. She hasn't been feeling good, but she feels good now. That's awesome. Michael's grateful for opportunity. So then once I realized that the event was not a financial windfall, I was driving back from the event by myself, sitting still in a car, like I'm driving, but being still, right? Just quiet, no music, no nothing, just me in a car for 6 hours, or for 4 hours, I'm sorry. And as I was driving back, I got a phone call from my buddy Cameron, and he sparked this idea, and ultimately that idea became our 800% Club. And the 800% Elite Automotive Club is now expanding in a massive way, right? It's growing and it's financially rewarding. You know, it's become a multiple 7-figure company, which I'm super excited about. And it just continues, we continue to evolve. We've got 12 team members now and so on and so forth. And so I was sharing yesterday, it was interesting because the Grow Your Business for God's Sake event, which I thought was going to be the thing, actually turned out it was not the thing. It was the thing that led me to the thing. And I'm so grateful for that, right? Because God knew that I'd be attracted through the stage, because I've always been attracted to stages. He knew I'd be attracted to the stage and the idea and the concept of the stage. And by building that stage, it created an opportunity for me to sit still for 4 hours, which created the opportunity to be able to plant the seeds of what now is the thriving, growing, building, company. Now, with that said, Grow Your Business for God's Sake is growing in its own way. You see, sometimes you and I get gifts in our life. God gives us things, but they're not ultimately for us. They're for us to share and inspire others. So we've been able to hand Grow Your Business, for God's sake, over to Tamra, who's doing amazing with it. And she finds so much purpose and joy in that, while I'm able to continue to grow and expand the 800% Club side, right? So why am I sharing all of this with you? I'm sharing all of this with you because I need you to understand that the answers that you're looking for are in you. They're not on the outside. They're on the inside. Everything you need to know. It's simple, right? I told you I like really simple patterns and formulas. Everything that you need in order to become that which you envision yourself of being. Everything that you need to become that which you envision yourself as being has existed in you since birth. If you think about it, if you look at your hands right now, and I know not everyone in this group is lucky enough to have 10 fingers and 10 fingers and 10 toes. I understand that. But work with me here, okay? If you look at your hands right now, those are the same exact 10 fingers that you were born with. And you have the same exact 10 toes that you were born with. Now, yes, you've gotten bigger and you've gotten stronger and you've gotten faster, and a lot of ways you've hopefully gotten smarter. But ultimately, you were born with everything. The arms, the 2 arms that you have, if you have 2 arms, the 2 legs that you have, the genetic code that exists in you, it's been there from the moment you were born. You see, and I'm learning, I'm seeing more and more of these patterns in my life. See, when I was in middle school, there was a young lady named Kara Thrasher. And Kara Thrasher was, her and her friends were, back when I was young, kids used to be home by themselves a lot. And so they were home by themselves, waiting for their parents to get home later. And they decided to play a game with a gun. And they were playing around with this gun, and there was some sort of unfortunate accident, and Kara Thrasher got shot in the throat and was, paralyzed for, from the neck down, basically. It was really tragic, and I didn't really know Kara. Like, I knew her, but I didn't know her, right? Like, we went to school together, but I didn't know her. And for some reason, it just, it hit. And I was like, man, we got to do something for this girl. And so I went to my teacher, Mr. Howard. I said, Mr. Howard, we need to raise some money for Kara Thrasher and her family during this season. He was like, all right, well, how do you want to do that? And I was like, let's do a talent show. I said, let's do a talent show. I'll get a bunch of kids, people together to share their talent. I'll MC the event, and we can have all the parents pay to come to the talent show, and we'll take the money that we raised, we'll give it to Kara, right? So we'll do this whole talent show for Kara. And we did. We held the talent show, and I emceed the talent show, which was awesome. And we raised a bunch of money for Kara, and it was incredible. Fast forward now, she's a mom and a wife and all of those things. But if you look 30 years later, right? I was actually 32 years later. I was 12. 32 years later, I'm doing the same thing. I'm literally doing the same exact thing. I am building stages, pulling people together, displaying talented individuals, right? Displaying different talents and so on and so forth from different people. We're doing it in Breakfast with Champions. We have all these different moderators, right? We built a stage. We bring all the talent. We bring people together. We've raised millions of dollars charities, different charities, for Rescue One Global, for different things. We did the suitcase thing, right? For the girls. We've just done all these things, right? But it's all been by building a stage, shining a light, highlighting talent, just like I did 32 years ago. It's literally the exact same thing, man. Whether it's my 800% club, where we're bringing people together from all over the world of different backgrounds, different belief systems, different ethnicities, whether it's 800% club, or whether it's a Grow for God event, or whether it's a Rise and Grind event, or a Hustle and Grind, or a BWC, or any of these things. It's literally all the same thing. And I believe the same is true for you. If you really take the time to look at it. You see, I believe you and I were wired to win from the beginning, from the get-go. We were wired to win. And the challenge is to find that sweet spot, right? And to be able to remember, like my friend Tara Bernie and I talk about all the time, remembering who you are. It's not about finding something on the outside that ultimately is going to unlock the greatness, that you want to be in the world, or unlock the impact. No, it's not on the outside. It's on the inside. Remembering who you are. And when you really start to remember who you are, you'll realize whose you are. And when you do that, then now it gets wild, right? Because you're like, okay, I get who I am, and who I am is a child of God, the God of the universe. And that God made me to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be, not an average version or an above average version, but the absolute best version. And that same God instilled the magnificence that makes me one of 7.8 billion on the planet. That same God instilled that magnificence in the seed that was planted in me from the very beginning. Now, the world has muddled that. The world has muffled that. The world has clouded that. The world has jaded that. Life itself, my mind and my experiences have taken me and removed me from what I once knew. And my guess is, if you take the time to go through that journey, if you go back in time, in the beginning, that's where you're going to find that which you've been seeking. You're going to find it in you, at source. And it's kind of fun going on the journey. It's fun going through the struggles, through the trials, through the seasons, right? They're not fun when you're in them, but it's fun looking back. It gives you some confidence and self-worth. It helps you to love yourself and find a way to love others. So that part's necessary. But I tell you, once you start to really connect the dots, the overwhelming sense of gratitude, the overwhelming sense of just knowing, right? Knowing where you're going, knowing why you're going there, and knowing that it's not something on the outside that you need. It's truly that with which has been in you from the moment you were born. That's what you need to tap into your greatness. Now, in order to find it, sometimes you got to drive in a car by yourself for 4 hours. And that's something the world doesn't really let us do anymore, is be still, right? And so I'm going to challenge you to do, not to drive in a car for 4 hours, but to but to be still and remember who you are. My company, 800% Elite Auto, Glenn Lundy LLC, my companies will be shut down all of next week. We actually start at midnight Saturday, and we will be shutting down for a week to observe what we call a Sabbath week, which is an opportunity for me, my family, and my team to completely unplug. This show right here, we will be live streaming interviews, most of which you have not seen before. We'll be live streaming interviews, so you can still get together as an online family. You can still get together and chat with each other just like you're doing right now on a live. The only difference is I won't be here. I won't. And we're gonna set up the things in our emails that says, hey, we're gone for a week. We're turning off all of our Facebook marketing so that there's no leads coming in, because I don't even want my team to be tempted to work. This is not a work from home week. That's not what we're doing. This is not a work from home week. This is a unplug completely. Be still. Spend time with those you love. Remember whose and who you are, so that we can come back a week and a half from now. We can come back refreshed, rejuvenated, restored. You see, my goal with my company is to make sure that I put each individual in the specific seat that ultimately is their calling. And see, in order to do that, we all have to step back, slow down. We have to unplug, and they have to do work on themselves while I do work on me. Then we can come back, right? We can build something epic. Just imagine if everyone around you was walking in that place where they're doing the thing that they're best at, that they're most passionate about, that is their seed that was planted in them from the get-go. Power, right? That's what I'm going to build with my company. God instilled it in me. He hit me 2 weeks ago, said, bro, the only way we're going to get there is you got to unplug it. You got to unplug it. Every 7th week, I want you to unplug it. Run hard for 6 weeks, shut down for 1. Run hard for 6 weeks, shut down for 1. So that's what we're doing. So if I don't respond to you, offer me grace and understanding. If you need something, offer me grace and understanding. Normally I'd say, I'll be here for you. But the reality is next week, I won't. Next week, I'm going to be here for me. Next week, I'm going to be here for my wife. Next week, I'm going to be there for my kids. I'll come back and see you the following Monday right here on GM3X. I love you, my friend. If you want to talk about this a little bit more, we'll be over on Clubhouse for a little bit longer. If you're watching this on replay, we're on Clubhouse till 1 o'clock Eastern time. You're welcome to come join us over there. Otherwise, if I missed you, I'll see you again in 2 Mondays right here on GM3X. Sound good? All right. Have a good one.
Feeling so tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts, I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet. Talk about the things they're gonna say when they see me, and when they see me, they just dap me up and say good to meet me. I keep it going, flowing over this and make it look easy. Easy for me to say I do this every day of the week. I'm eager to be the one they talk about when all said and done with it. I'm the feature that they want, but then they don't when I come with it. I'm a scene, still a seat, filler, blow up the numbers, and I ain't leaving no crumbs, so you know when I'm done with it. I'm a new school vibe with an old soul, oh so great, stay paid by the boatload. Don't go chasing a wave from a rowboat, blow smoke right through the face of the ozone. Oh no, I got the bag, I'm back to just double it. I'm about to pop the top, I've been bubbling. They want the spot, but I do not cut them in. They tryna plot my drop, they been huddling. Feeling so tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts, I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet.
I know a lot of people praying for my downfall, but the only thing that I'll be down for is being top 5, but like down 4. I'm down to earth like the ground floor, but I've been flying so long, I tend to ask people, what's the ground for? Man, I'm only headed up, see my flow volcanic, this the fire I erupt. Heard the fans getting rowdy cause they haven't had enough. You know I'm running the city, you just running out of luck. Yeah, I said that with my chest. I flow hard. It's no wonder they easily impressed. I'm so far, but I'm always coming back with something fresh. I never rest. Where you'll never catch this eagle in a nest. I invest my time in the booth. I find a piece. I used to piece the boom in my mind. My ex knows this. Let me expose this. She left cause she don't wanna be with an explosive. Man, I'm just
feeling so tall I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts I signed with a stylist.